Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man sara sabilihi ila yawmiddin, amma ba'd. So inshallah ta'ala we'll continue in discussing our book At-Timithi fi ulum al-Hadith by Ibn al-Mulaqin rahimahullah. And today inshallah ta'ala we'll discuss concerning what the author rahimahullah he mentioned, wa Adaab al-Muhadith wa Atalib al-Hadith. So of those things that he covers regarding this particular book that he mentioned, wa Adaab al-Muhadith wa Atalib al-Hadith, of those mannerism of the muhadith, the teacher, wa talib al-hadith, and the students of hadith. So regarding concerning this particular topic is to cover the importance regarding the person who is the muhadith, the teacher, regarding of those adab that he has to be mindful of, and also second of those adab of the talib al-ilm. So regarding the teacher and the students, that there's certain mannerism that they should be mindful of as people who are studying of the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. So these things that will be mentioned is regarding concerning of those adab that one should be mindful of. So regarding concerning that anyone who concerning that those who are students of knowledge regarding any field that they study regarding concerning fiqh or usul al-fiqh or Quran and the likes or hadith and these sciences, that for each they have their own set of adab that are normally mentioned within those books of usul, whether usul al-fiqh or also books of fiqh and also books concerning adab Hamlatul Quran, those who are the ones who are carriers of the Quran. So also the same thing regarding adab al-muhaddith. So the same thing that we'll find regarding books that also would stipulate and mention of those adab that is expected by way of the muhaddith, the person said to be the teacher, and also the talib al-hadith, and also the student of hadith. So inshallah ta'ala we'll mention those matters that is important regarding the adab of a talib, that he can somewhat try to be an example for others by way of what he has learned, that also he applies what he has learned. So the benefit of ilm is for the person to act upon it. So if the person study whatever the person have studied, then a person try their best to apply what they have learned, to be an example, and also to show that they are their duty to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that the purpose of this ilm that they're studying is so as they can improve and to better themselves. So regarding concern of those adab that one should be mindful of regarding concern the adab of talib al-ilm, that he mentioned, wa adab al-muhaddith wa talib al-ilm. So you have some adab that maybe applies to both the teacher and also to the student, to any person who is a sort of student of knowledge. So of those things he mentioned regarding of those points to be mindful of, they mentioned ikhlas and niyyah. So the first of those things, al-ikhlas and niyyah. So regarding the talib al-ilm, that he has to be mindful regarding the intention why he's seeking of knowledge. So having the right intention regarding seeking of knowledge, which is concerned a person seek of knowledge of hadith and ilm, so that the person to remove from himself ignorance, and also if he's able to remove ignorance from others and to teach people that which is correct regarding Islam. So the purpose of studying of Islam, the person's intention is to remove from themselves ignorance and also the same from others. And also the person's intention also to be a better servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by being able, based upon his knowledge and the knowledge that he have gathered, that he's able to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a way which is befitting according to the Sharia. So that, and also to improve his close relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are the things regarding the adab of the talib al-ilm, and also that we should see this manifestation of this knowledge upon his action. So also the person regarding studying of knowledge that I mentioned, an yakuna sunniyan salafiyan. So the second of those adab after ikhlas and niyyah lillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala, that the person try to ensure that also that he tries to be upon the path and the way of the salaf al-salih. So try to stick to the path of the salaf al-salih regarding the knowledge that he has achieved and the path that he has taken. So try to stick to the path of the private of the salaf al-salih, the path of the sahaba wa tabi'in wa atba' at-tabi'in. Then the third of those things is that the person also tahalli bil makharim al-akhlaq wa jamil al-adab, that the person also try to beautify himself by having righteous conduct, also the person have good mannerism and conduct towards others. So the person also that he tries to be mindful of this, that also try to uphold good conduct and behavior and practice. So talib al-ilm, that he should try to alter this, as mentioned by Sufyan al-Thawri rahimahullah. We mentioned zayyinu al-hadith bi anfusikum, that you should try to beautify hadith through yourselves. ولا تزينوا بالحديث, and not to make not to try to use the hadith to beautify yourself. So the person that he tries to which is you apply the hadith that you have learned, and that it should manifest in your actions and in your behavior. Also regarding that concerning ilm al-hadith, regarding concerning Adaab Atalib, تصدى للحديث إذا كان متأهلا, that a person also that one go forth and teaches others and put oneself forward if one is qualified. If the person who goes forward are those people who are qualified, they are the one to teach and to educate the people about Islam. So each according to his ability. So the person who's more qualified, then he's the one who's more deserving to be put forward regarding teaching the people about Islam. And also regarding the person that he tries to ibtiad and arad dunyawiyya, that a person that he doesn't seek of knowledge to try to attain things of the dunya. Wa hubb al-riyasa, and also that a person do it because they have a love for leadership and status and the likes. So ilm is not sought for matters regarding trying to achieve, trying to gain things of the dunya. Nor a person use knowledge as a means to achieve status in the community and from others. So also that the person concerning that talib al-ilm, that also of the thing that is expected regarding tawadu, that he has humility. So regarding concerning al-humility, as mentioned by Ayyub al-Sakhtiyani rahimahullah قال ينبغي للعالم, it is befitting for an alim أن يضع التراب على رأسه, that for the person who is an alim, that he should put turab upon his forehead, upon his head, tawaduhan lillah, as a form of showing his humility to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nam, so that's concerned the person who's the alim, that the more the person increase in knowledge, and then the person become more humble regarding Allah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the person increase in knowledge, the person become more humble towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and towards others. Also for the talib al-ilm, that to be mindful of regarding concern the person that as the ulama rahimullah, that a person also regarding al-hadith, that a person also that beautify themselves concerning in the majalis al-ilm, that a person try to beautify themselves in majalis al-ilm, that a person wear clothing that are befitting, and also that they sit and conduct themselves in a manner which is befitting in concerning the majalis al-ilm. So there's much can be said regarding concerning this matter regarding talabat al-ilm. Also of those things, ikhtiyar al-shaykh, the person also have to be mindful regarding choosing the right shaykh to teach him. So concerning that the person also with this, he choose the shaykh who is known for his ilm, and also to be of one who act upon his ilm. So the person in choosing a teacher, that he looks for certain qualities of the teacher, that as mentioned by Ibn Sirin rahimahullah, inna hadha amru din, that is a matter concerning ad-din, concerning ilm. Fanduru amman ta'khuduna dinakum, so look carefully from whom you take your knowledge. So one look concerned that the person that we take knowledge from, that you choose the person who is more suited. That a person is known for being of people of the sunnah, that also the person is known to act upon the sunnah, also the person of a love for the sunnah and teaches the sunnah, and also the person that is aqidah is sound and correct. So choosing the correct teacher is also a vital of matter regarding al-ilm. Also of those things, not to take knowledge from people who are not qualified. Not to take knowledge from those that are not qualified. So the person also try to avoid concerning aktul ilm from those who are qualified and not from those who are not qualified. So it is mentioned. So you have many statements regarding concerning that the person can somewhat regarding this matter, that the person not to take knowledge from people who are not qualified and from those who are still themselves new to knowledge. So regarding concerning that and also of those things that they mentioned, al-rihla fi talabat al-ilm. So the ulama rahimahullah of the past, that of the first regarding seeking of ilm, that the system that they apply is that they will first seek of knowledge from those people who are within their locality. So they take knowledge from the mashaykh within their locality. After they have gathered from the mashaykh from their locality, then they will start to travel in seeking knowledge from others. They'll start travel to seek knowledge from others. So that's concerning that. That's a part of concern of the tradition of the ulama of hadith. Rihla fi talabat al-hadith. So you even find that Al-Khatib al-Baghdadi rahimahullah, that he wrote a book on this topic specifically regarding rihla fi talabat al-hadith. And this book is concerning that people who traveled for months, for far distances in seeking of hadith, and in most cases for one hadith. So they travel for months just to hear one hadith, not to sit to the sheikh and not to sit to the person for years. So concerning of this matter is regarding al-rihla fi talabat al-ilm. So the person also that this of the sunan of the tradition of the ulama of hadith, and also as mentioned al-amal bil-ilm, that also the person try to act according to their knowledge. So whatever the person have learned, then the person act according to that. It should manifest regarding what I've learned, should manifest in our action regarding our salah, that we pray according to the sunnah and what we have learned in the books of the sunnah. Our siyam, that we see it in the way the person he fasts, that he fasts according to the sunnah. So in the person's ibadah, that we can see this, and also the person he used as a model, the Prophet ﷺ, regarding that he follow his conduct and how he went about doing of things. So these are things that the person should be mindful of regarding al-ilm, also of the adab of talib al-ilm, that concerning ijlal wa ihtiram al-mashayikh, that a talib al-ilm, that also he shows respect towards the ulama and to the tullab al-ilm and to his teachers. So showing respect and honoring the people of knowledge, then this of the simat, this of the quality of the talib al-ilm. So these are things that I mentioned regarding concerning the ulama, and the thing that a person should be mindful of regarding concerning talabat al-ilm. So there's many books that have been written on this particular topic, and we can somewhat mention some books that have been written on this particular topic, where a person can use as a reference regarding understanding those adab that is expected regarding talib al-ilm. Also the talib al-ilm, also of those things that you'll be mindful of regarding, that he divide his time, use his time wisely. Regarding that's not time that is spent where he sits with his shuyukh and to study with the shuyukh and the mashayikh. Also time that he used regarding his own, per se, reading, self-reading for himself, doing his own self-research, investigation into matters and reading up on topics. Also time that he spent regarding that he would tazakir ilm, that he have concerning time that he would do things concerning that with himself and his colleagues. So concerning majalis as al-dhikr, regarding that these majalis where they will sit and kind of somewhat review their knowledge with those who are his other tulab al-ilm. So these are the ways regarding that he will spend his time. So try to be mindful regarding using his time wisely. And also of those things that also with talib al-ilm, that also that he'll try to gather his own maktaba, try to put together his own books and collection of books that he used as reference. So regarding concerning talib al-ilm, that many can be said, and as we mentioned that there's many that have written on this particular topic. So as for here, that they all mention regarding concerning some of those books that I mentioned. So of those books that I mentioned regarding concerning talabat al-ilm, that we just mention of the main ones regarding those books that are general and those books that are specific. As specific books regarding adab talib al-ilm, for a person who study in hadith, regarding concerning hadith of his science, that of those books that are renowned in this particular science is this book that is called Al-Jami' Bayan Akhd al-Ilm wa Fadli. So this book that is referred to as Jami' Bayan Akhd al-Ilm wa Fadli. And so you have many prints of this, but you have several prints of this book. This is one of the prints. So you have several prints of this book. This is one of the reliable book. You have others who have also worked on this book. So this book is written by Ibn Abdul Barr. So this book is written by Ibn Abdul Barr rahimahullah, one of the ulama who have written this book. As we can see that this book, that large volume regarding matters that relates to Adab Talib al-Ilm. And this book, it have concerning al-Isnad, regarding what he has narrate. So it become also a book to know concerning what has been said by the ulama by way of asanid. So this is one of the works on this particular topic that give us an insight regarding the adab of the Talib al-Ilm. So that's the book by Ibn Abdul Barr rahimahullah. Another is the same book of Ibn Abdul Barr rahimahullah, and this one is a mukhtasar, someone who have somewhat mentioned as Sahih Jami' Bayan al-Ilm wa Fadli. So this book is to condense the original book and only mention what is the Sahih narration from the original book. So this concerning is to condense the book and only mention those narrations that are Sahih. And this also is the work that is done of the work of Ibn Abdul Barr rahimahullah, who died the year 463 Al-Ijri, and this is the work of Abu Ishbal Al-Zuhiri. Abu Ishbal Al-Zuhiri, right? And also, so this is concerning, again, discuss concerning different matters regarding ilm. So that's concerning of those books on that topic. Another renowned book regarding ilm al-hadith of the ulama of hadith is regarding this book, which is the second book. So the first book we had mentioned, and also those who have condensed it. And also, this is the second book on this topic that is called Al-Jami' Al-Akhlaq Al-Rawi wa Adaab Al-Sami'. So this book is called Al-Jami' Al-Akhlaq Al-Rawi wa Adaab Al-Sami'. And this book is written by Al-Hafiz Al-Khatib Al-Baghdadi rahimullah, also who died the year 463. Who died the year 463. So you have concerning, those are two of the Ai''Imma of that time, Ibn Abdul Barr and also Ibn Khatib al-Baghdadi rahimullah, and they wrote a lot of work regarding ilm al-hadith. So both have written extensively on matters regarding ilm al-hadith. So this is a book also that, in this particular, I have several prints. This of print that it comes in 2 volumes. So we can see 2 large size volumes regarding some of those adab regarding al-muhadith. So these are the books regarding of the adab. These are the 2 primary books on this topic that are used by the ulama of hadith. As for that book, then there's a summary. So there's a summary of the book that we just mentioned of Khatib al-Baghdadi that is called Al-Jami' li Akhlaq Al-Rawi wa Adab Al-Sami', where it comes up Mahduf Asanid. So in this one, they remove the isnad. So let's mention the Sahabi or the tabi or whoever. So whoever the one was just mentioned, that remove the isnad and stick just to the text of the hadith. So it's or athar. So it's concerning again another book on this topic. For a person who wants something maybe much smaller in size, without the isnad, then also this is of those books to be used. Another who have also do some work around the book of Khatib al-Baghdadi rahimullah is the book of Sheikh Bakr ibn Abdullah Abu Zayd. So Sheikh Bakr ibn Abdullah Abu Zayd rahimahullah, of the ulama of contemporary times, who wrote a multiple of thesis books concerning Adaab Atalib. So amongst those books that he wrote in this concerning Majmu'ah, that he have concerning Al-Mu'jah Al-Ilmiyah, that of those books he include concerning Adaab Atalib Al-Hadith. Adaab Atalib Al-Hadith. And this book that he mentioned here concerning Adaab Atalib Al-Hadith is only but as I mentioned that the book is only, it's a book of the book of Al-Jami' li Akhlaq Al-Rawi wa Adab Al-Sami by Khatib al-Baghdadi. So I kind of somewhat summarized the book of Khatib al-Baghdadi in this particular one, which he called Adab Talib al-Hadith. So again, concerning showing the importance of the books of Khatib al-Baghdadi, again another somewhat summarized work on that book of Khatib al-Baghdadi that he wrote, that the size is, this is what he wrote. So this becomes the size of what Shaykh Bakr Abu Zayd rahimullah summarized. So another again small risala on the same book regarding that particular book. And overall, concerning that a person wants sometimes also very condensed, something to start regarding the Adab al-Talib is regarding this particular book. So recommend also this particular book. That is the book that is called Bayan Fadl al-Ilm al-Salaf ala Ilm al-Khalaf. Bayan, the clarity regarding Fadl al-Ilm al-Salaf, the virtue of the ilm of the Salaf over that of those who came after, latter of the ulama. And this is written by Hafiz Ibn Rajab al-Hanbali rahimahullah, who died concerning the year 790. So Ibn Hajj 795. And this is by Hafiz Ibn Rajab al-Hanbali rahimahullah. So these are some of the books that cover concerning Adab al-Talib al-Ilm. There's many books, as we mentioned, Khatib al-Baghdadi, of several other books that he mentioned concerning matters relating to Rihla fi Talabat al-Ilm, showing the importance of the person traveling in seeking of knowledge, which is mainly concerned, that book is regarding a narration regarding individuals who have traveled in seeking one hadith. So show that this was something to show the importance of hadith and the importance of traveling in seeking of hadith. So that's concerning, as we mentioned, that is important for any talib that they do read concerning at least once a year one book on the topic of Adab Talib al-Ilm. So with that, inshallah ta'ala, for the Talib al-Ilm, can I be mindful of regarding these books that are written regarding Ilm al-Hadith and the Adaab of Atalib al-Hadith. So that inshallah ta'ala will end for today regarding what the author rahimullah mentioned regarding Adaab al-Muhadith wa Talib al-Hadith. With that inshallah ta'ala will end. وبالله تعالى توفيق وهذه إلى السبيل والآخر دعوانا الحمد لله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.